Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the educated and adorable government. And thank you so much for giving us the cute story. I feel like I was drowning into Alice in Wonderland. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove that there are still a lot of false ideas from the government side. Yes, first of all, I want to do the rebuttals before going to do a clash analysis. First of all, I'm going to do the rebuttals from the first speaker, which is the Prime Minister. First of all, he says that human capability is going to send something out there and send sensation. I don't think we do need to send something out there. What we can do is we just sending the robots out there instead of take a risk on human life, which we know that the person who is going out there is the expert, and we fund a lot, and if we invest a lot on that person, which means we do the practice, the training, the selection process, which costs a lot. That we already mentioned that is about 2 times more than sending robot out there. And the second speaker mentioned about the Neil Armstrong. You may not have watched the Discovery Channel. That is maybe a hoax. It means a false idea. The scientists still cannot prove that had Neil Armstrong reached the moon yet or not. The technology and the second speaker, sorry, please sit down, please. I haven't finished my speech. The technology development, I still feel that we still insist that the robot, if we can improve the robot, and we already keep our life into the robot, because nowadays we do the robot for the surgery. We cannot say that they are just stupid. They are just what you mentioned, the excretion. Sorry, sit down, please. The Kmutt-Kku, and the Gundam. We cannot just mention about that at the speaker. We are taking life into their responsibility. We are doing the research and the surgery by the robot right now. So we cannot just say that they are just stupid mechanism something. The third, we are doing the last rebuttal is we are doing the same thing with the robot, that we are finding the place to live. What else that the robot cannot do? What human can do and robots cannot do? What we need to know out there is just the examples. The pressure, sorry, sit down please. The air pressure, the temperature, the examples of the stuff out there. So the robots can do everything and even more punctual and accurate. They don't have any boredom and fatigue unlike human. So we still insist that sending robots out there is the way to explore the space better than human. And we are both doing that because we reduce the money, and we also don't take a risk on the very important person, human life. And welcome to my clash analysis. The first point is, of course, now we are talking about sending human or sending robot out there. We insist that giving a risk into the human is unacceptable. We are government. We are the world citizen. We are fighting the world. We are fighting the way to protect the human life. We are not going to risk on human life. There is no way to say that sending human out there is worth risking. I don't think so. We have to save even the single life. We can do everything. Why don't we do it? We can do everything better by sending robots out there. And the second, and what the robot can do about the energy, battery system. Nowadays, the technology is very advanced. There are many advancements in the technology. We can do the solar system out there, and we still insist that solar system, like the robot that's working on the moon right now, they can just charge themselves in the opposite side, and we now depend on the biggest place.
When you say battery system, you know that the moon will evolve around the sun. Yes, evolve around the earth. And there's a side that they don't get the sun.
Yes.
What would the robot do? Would they conserve enough energy there?
Thank you. Yes, there are a lot of ways that we depend on the sun right now. The sun is the greatest resource of the energy in the world right now, the sun, by the sun. So now even it's not in the moon, it's not on the moon, but other planets, the robots still use the solar systems, and even the
Your art.
system is I'm answering. So the solar system can replace what I pointed out about the battery system. So we are talking about we cannot just say, and we don't accept the idea from the weak opposition since from the first speaker and second speaker didn't mention about that you will pass two things together. We cannot accept that because you haven't mentioned, and it's the confusing ideas. The first and the second speaker didn't speak, so we can just still insist that we gonna support only robots for the ESA, yes, the European Space Agency, and then yes, and what we are going to do as the world citizens, economy. You may going to the point that if we are going to support to spend money, to spend a lot amount of money on human, but why don't we cut it off like 2 times later and get that money to make our world better instead of seeking the new place that we have been trying for like more than long time, but we still cannot prove anything out there. But what else? So what if we really need to know, we are dire to know, what if we just sending the robot out there instead of risking human life, yes, and getting those amount of money to help the poor people in this world, seeking the better life in the world. Yes, and as we told you, we are trying to develop the technology, but we are doing the same with the robots. The robot, we develop the technology on robot. So we are doing the same thing. We're giving the job to the people who develop the robots. So that we are with the motion that for the European Space Agency should not pursue man's exploration of space. Thank you.